Hey guys, congrats on getting VSX. In this quick start guide, I'm going to help you maximize your results by offering a few quick and easy tips. First and foremost, the VSX headphones must be positioned properly over your ears to ensure that you are accurately hearing the speaker modeling. You should make sure the entire cup is over your ear and then slide the cup around while listening to one of the headphone models until you hear clear highs and defined lows, and then tighten the headphone band to secure it in position and you're ready to rock. Next, you're used to listening to your home studio speakers. Now, some of you may have some decent rooms and speakers, and some of you may not. And I get it, that's why you got VSX. But the point is that VSX contains some very flat models of speakers that you are not used to hearing. So before you start mixing and producing with VSX, you gotta get acquainted with these new speakers and learn them first. To do that is simple. Take some reference mixes you know. Maybe they're famous mixes, or maybe they're your own mixes. Put them in a new DAW session called VSX Listening and start listening to the mixes on the different VSX speakers. Pay attention to the tonal balance of the 4 frequency zones. Listen to the lows, low mids, upper mids, highs. Take notice of the kick drum level, the snare level, the vocal level. Do this for at least 1 hour before mixing and producing with VSX. Then, when you're mixing with VSX, have a few reference songs in the session that you can solo and check back with. Don't worry, the more you mix with VSX, the more you'll get to know your new speakers and the less you'll have to do this. Next, never use the DAW insert bypass while using VSX and with the VSX headphones on your ears. Instead, use the level matched bypass on the plugin. Now this is crucial for 2 reasons. First, the speaker modeling adds dynamic range, so the output level of the plugin is reduced so it doesn't clip. If you hard bypass in your DAW, then you're going to get a huge jump in level, which nobody wants. But also, when you use the level matched bypass, the plugin bypasses directly to the VSX HD linear headphone model, which has the flattest, most precise headphone response available. It's the perfect ultra flat reference. The hard bypass goes to the raw VSX tone, which is intended to be a blank canvas for modeling and not for critical listening. Next, people can perceive psychoacoustic binaural sound in unique ways because of the way it plays tricks on your brain. Therefore, we've added a depth knob that controls the crosstalk level of the speakers. If you are overly sensitive to the psychoacoustic effect, try reducing the depth. The most authentic 3D effect is at the default full. Next, despite how many great speakers are modeled in VSX, it's a bad idea to constantly speaker hop when mixing. If you do that, your ears will lose perspective and the results will suffer. Instead, do 30 minutes on one speaker, then take a break for 1 or 2 minutes, then put it on a new speaker, maybe a bigger one with more bass extension or a smaller one with less. After 20 to 30 minutes, do small, quicker checks on a few other speakers to see if something pokes out. So jump to the club to see how the lows are doing, or the car to check if the balances are sounding right. Whenever you make an adjustment, it's a good idea to go back to the original speaker to make sure everything sounds good, and it usually does. Next, in the real world, you can switch to different speakers in a room instantly with a speaker switcher. But you can't instantly switch to an entirely different room with different speakers. And doing so can be a little disorienting for your ears. So we created this button here called the 2-second palette cleanser. This simply mutes the audio for 2 seconds between speakers so that your ears have a second to refresh. It may seem annoying to use at first, but I promise you, it'll help you make better mix decisions. You should definitely try it. Next, the Room EQ is there to help you customize the overall tone to your taste, or to help you customize the tone due to the minor audio discrepancies caused by different ear shapes. But for most people, you'll never need to use it. It's optional. All the VSX speakers are very flat, but maybe some of you just enjoy a bit more low end. Or maybe some of you just need a touch more top end to make your ears happy. But don't feel obligated to use the EQ. In fact, I recommend you only touch it if you really need to. So this last one may seem like a joke, but I promise you it's based on several scenarios that happen with our beta testers. So once you get well acquainted with VSX, you're gonna up your mix game. And you may start to feel inclined to remix dozens of old projects to fix them with your new monitoring and mixing powers. Well, you can do whatever the hell you want, and it can certainly be fun to see how much you can improve old mixes, but don't drive yourself crazy. Appreciate your old catalog for what it is, and focus on the path forward. I don't want your significant others cursing my name because you're spending every waking moment fixing old mixes. Guys, we have a special Steven Slate Audio VSX private Facebook group for VSX users. My team and I will always be there to chat with you guys and help you out. So hit stop, start mixing in over $5 million worth of speakers and studios, and happy mixing.